since I got out of the mill. I thought I was doing really good. And I mean, it's not, I mean, it wasn't the first crash out I had, but it's all good. We'll get it figured out. But anyways, um, why? What's wrong with my voice? Oh, you're good, Peter. What? That I'm calmer, Ginger? At least I feel like I'm calmer. My my ex stepkids. I seen them today, and I was talking to them, and I mean they know all about it and everything about my what I suffer from and stuff. And they asked me today. They said, "You back on your meds?" And I said, "Yeah." They said, "Yeah." They said, "We can tell, just like you said, my voice. That I don't have that tone, that mean tone or some shit or whatever." I'm surprised you never heard about it before, though, Ginger Snap. About that I suffer from that or whatever. Because I've never hid it. You know what I mean? I never um, told anybody I was perfectly normal or anything like that. I think me and Ace well, I know me and Ace have talked a lot about it when he's live with me. Oh, you're good. You don't have to remember all my problems. I think I was just on here and, even though I don't like it, or I get involved in it or whatever, but the drama, I think that between the drama and everything, and me not being on my meds, I think it just got to me. Just started taking a toll. But it's all good. I have nobody to blame but myself. That's exactly correct. And I wasn't handling mine too well, so I guess it's going to cost me a few friends or some followers on here. But it's fine. Yes, you are. I never really, when I started my TikTok, I never really came on here to get big or try to get rich or anything like that. I just came on here to, because I'm divorced. Uh, I had knee surgery and I didn't have nobody to talk to. I was just sitting around here, and I knew I had TikTok, so I got on there and I started following a couple of people, and I just come on here basically to talk to people. Definitely taking a step back from the true crime world. Even though I would like to see how the Rebecca Park case turns out and that Shanna Albright. Yeah, there are a few that really love it. But I like everybody. I mean, I don't have a problem with anybody. Yeah, I agree. That I mean, that's one thing I'm lucky about, and that my blood pressure. Don't ask me how I do it. And I've even had a heart attack, and my blood pressure just it doesn't ever get high. There was one time I went to the doctors and to my heart doctor, and they did a blood pressure on me. And the doctor came in. He told me, he said, "Go out and smoke a cigarette. Come back in." So I did, and they got a. They said they got a good reading on me. Because a lot of people don't know that, but when you smoke, uh, it raises your blood pressure a little bit. Hi, Lily. I'm sorry to hear that, Ginger. How's Lily today? Oh, I'm getting there. Hopefully, things are looking up for me. I went on a job interview today, got the job. I start Friday. Yeah, I bet, Ginger. Thank you. And then also, Lily, I went back and got back on my medication and all that stuff. So, but Ginger, yeah, I I didn't have a stroke, but I did have a really bad car wreck, and I almost didn't make it through that. I had to learn how to walk again and everything, and I feel blessed when I open my eyes. Sorry, I didn't mean to yawn. I took my meds a while ago, and they tire you out a little bit. No, not really, Lily. It's it's still snowing, but we didn't get a lot. I mean, um, where I live, and then if you live down by the lake, and it's kind of calm, right? And then you go further inland, it'll get worse. So, um, south of me got hit harder than I did. Okay, Ginger, you too. Thank you for coming in. I know. That's what I keep telling myself. I just got to start thinking more about myself. I mean, it kind of sounds mean, but if I can't take care of myself, I can't help anybody else, right? You, you, Lily. Good night, girl. Have a nice one. Just me and you now, Lily. Eventful. Because I mean, you know what happened Friday night, and then Saturday and Sunday, I just stayed off. No, I don't watch hockey. Sorry. The only thing I really watch as far as sports is football, college, and a little bit of the NFL. And then I watch NASCAR once in a while. Once in a great, great while. Kind of thought Ace would have been on. Me and him usually get into some pretty good conversations. Keep getting these invites to co-host with people and supervisor. Yes, ma'am. I went into my interview. It was at 10 o'clock this morning. Um, I was there for over an hour and a half. And they gave me my tour. And then after my tour, they said, all right, they would get a hold of me this week and let me know what they decided. And before I even made it home, they called me. Thank you for all the likes. I appreciate it. What's really going to be nice about my new job, I mean, it's going to be a little bit to get used to, but I work 12-hour shifts and it'd be 3 days on, 4 days off. And then the next week it'll be 4 days on, 3 days off. So basically, um, I'd be, I think it's like 14 days a month I work. I think the way they make it or whatever is you work, like I said, 14 days a month, but you get paid like you work the full month. You know what I mean? And technically, if you only work half the month, that means you're only working basically half a year. So what are you doing tonight, Lily? Well, that stinks. You don't have anybody to shovel for you? Well, that ain't right. Well, at least me and you got something in common. I don't have nobody to shovel for me either. Oh, I'm not up to anything. Just sitting here watching TV, chitter chatting with you. No, I was watching Paramount, and that this. I watched that Mayor of Kingstown. That's a good show. I when I seen it advertised on TV, I thought it was kind of yeah, but it turned out to be an alright show. Right now, I'm watching that Lioness. I don't know if I really can get into this Lioness one though. Yeah, it kept on. How do you find the new seasons on Paramount? Or are they, you got to watch them on regular TV before you can watch them on Paramount? I haven't seen them. I watched all the way up till, what was it, just after Kyle's wife got unalived and he unalived the person that unalived her. I don't know either. I like Landman. I've been wanting to see the new episodes of Landman too. I don't like it when they leave them on a cliffhanger and then, you know what I mean? I don't know either. But that's like, I seen advertisements that they're redoing the movie Dirty Mary and Crazy Larry, and then they're coming out with the new Dukes of Hazard. Um, what else? There's an Convoy. I'd like to see all those. They were supposed to be coming out with another thing of Sons of Anarchy. I haven't seen that either. like to know if how Reggie's doing, because he sent me a thing saying that he had a large event, and I haven't seen him online or nothing. It's about the time he usually comes on too, because it'd be in the afternoon over there. Oh no. Yeah, it'd be like noon or something over there. Late morning, early afternoon. No, no, I did not. Jax has me blocked, and I don't know about Chef. Yeah, I didn't get the whole story, but something about the. I somebody said that I was reporting and I took it literally and got a little wired about it. And then the story grew to something about I was talking about digging people's eyes out or some shit like that, and I never said that. It, I don't even know what the whole story is or what they're trying to spin. Don't know. Not worried about it. You know what I mean? But I'm sure there's people outside my live watching or streaming it. Michigan life again. So is Michigan life the same Michigan that I know? Other person I know? Why are you everywhere? Stay in one place. Your feet will get tired out that way. Oh, you said you've been everywhere. To be everywhere, you got to be running the streets. That means your feet are going to get tired. Well, how do your feet hurt if you haven't been moving? You're confusing me, girl. Oh, you went to the hospital because you were sick?
No, a certain somebody had to go to the hospital at like 4 o'clock this morning. And so I went with him.
Uh,
He's
oh,
got a stomach bug that's been being passed around.
I'm going to tell you what, the more when I caught mine, you remember when I got sick?
Yes, I do.
And that it seems like it's getting worse as people are getting it.
Oh, yeah. My daughter had a stomach virus a couple weeks ago, and now the stomach bug is making its rounds again.
Well, that shit that I had, man, it was in my head, then it was in my chest, then it was in my stomach, then it was coming out of every more hole I had.
Mm-hmm.
It was bad.
Oh, yeah. It's getting more and more wicked, and the cold doesn't help.
You don't even sound like you.
Well, I've been sick too, so that doesn't help.
No, that's
Between my allergies and the bug and then the stomach virus a couple weeks ago, yeah, it's like,
why'd you change your name again?
reasons. That's about as far as I'm gonna go. A certain somebody decided that they wanted to run their mouth, and I don't know what she was thinking. It got to the point she was stalking me, so I changed my username.
I hear you. I don't have that anymore. I don't have people stalking me. I have people trying to get away from me.
Oh, you're cool to hang out with. What the heck?
I used to be.
You still are.
Uh,
You still are cool to hang out with.
well, maybe I'll get back to that way when all my meds finally start hitting me.
Alright.
I get them all back in my system, which we know that ain't going to be an overnight thing.
No.
But like I was, Ginger was in here a little while ago. I was telling her that my shrink, I have his cell phone number, so I call him anytime I want to. And I called him Saturday morning, and he phoned all my meds back in for me. And I gotta go see him Wednesday to restart my counseling shit. After Friday night, I just figured it's enough.
Right. But like also having people that you can talk to that ain't gonna sit there and judge you.
Well, that's why I decided to go back to my counseling.
I mean, if you want, I can text you my cell phone number and you can text or call me. I'm always here to listen.
If you want to send it to me, you can.
I'm one of those people that I won't judge you. You want to sit there and scream at me on the phone? Okay, whatever.
No, I'm done with that screaming shit. I've never been that kind of person, and that unless I'm off my meds. And I was doing really good. I went almost what a year off of them. That's why I
I mean,
just
I haven't been on meds in a very long time. I've just learned to manage it.
yeah. Well, when you lay down and close your eyes and you see the shit that I see in my brain, after a while it gets hard to manage.
Oh, it does. At the same time, you just get through it.
The only thing I don't get, and I've been trying to figure out, And that is, I had somebody text me the other day and asked me, well, they texted me Saturday night and asked me what the hell I was talking about digging somebody's eyes out. I do not ever remember saying anything about digging somebody's eyes out.
Right. It's just that people make up all these things, and it's like, that's not cool. Don't go twisting my words.
But I'll say this also too. It just, how can I say it without sounding fucking fucked up?
Just say it.
No, I mean, it's like, I mean, it's a bad example, but I think that people, they take the diagnosis that, that I got and
It's not Lyme disease.
what the hell was that?
You're the girl I live with, but go ahead.
But anyways, people fall down, they bump their head in that and they say they got it. I don't think people really realize what it is or how bad it can be. And it is what
Do
it
you
is.
have like bipolar?
No. When they on my all my paperwork it says complex PTSD. And the only thing I can think of is I really, I shouldn't answer your and or I shouldn't say no to that question that you asked me about bipolar because I don't know. I might have a symptom of it because
Have
I
you ever
don't.
thought about um, doing like a psych eval or like a state testing for it?
What do you mean? Go get locked up?
No. Like if you go through um like a counseling place, you can
That,
ask for them to do a psych eval.
yeah, I've had that done, and that's where they came up with that diagnosis. They came up and they just wrote on my paperwork, complex PTSD. Well, they put the post trauma and what complex PTSD means. I don't know for all insured. Could be various and bunch of shit.
I'm gonna look. A mental health condition arising from chronic, long-term, or repetitive trauma.
That's what complex means.
Yep. Often during childhood or involving in interpersonal violence that includes standard PTSD symptoms alongside intense emotional dysregulation, chronic low self-worth, and severe relationship difficulties. It is characterized by persistent feelings of worthlessness, shame, and a sense of being permanently damaged.
Wow. That last one. Yeah.
PTSD develops from prolonged, inescapable situations where the victim often has little to no control. Common cases include childhood trauma, interpersonal captivity, or war zone exposure. While similar to PTSD, CPTSD is recognized by the ICD-11 as a distinct, more severe diagnosis. Long-term effects, if left untreated, can include severe depression, anxiety, personality disorders, and self-harming behaviors. Treatment generally focuses on safety, emotional regulation, and processing traumatic memories through therapy such as cognitive behavioral therapy or eye movement desensitization and reprocessing.
So I think of before I called my shrink and everything again. I think I've went through just about all those. Yeah.
Right. Like it's been 7 years since what happened to me happened. And now I'm at the point in my life, yeah, maybe it'll affect mine and my relationship with my daughter. So maybe it's time to put it behind me. And honestly, that's what I'm starting to do.
All right, Lily. You have a good night.
But like the easiest part of it is being able to have somebody that I can talk to about it that understands how I feel about it and understand my emotions, but at the same time not judge and just be very supportive.
Uh, I mean, I have buddies that are still here that I was over there with, but do I don't want to bring their trauma and shit up? No.
Right? And I don't blame you there.
And I mean, hard to explain shit when a civilian really wouldn't know. He wouldn't understand the
Right.
situation. Wouldn't understand what I want to say, the emotion or the feeling or anything else that you have to have for thought or quick thought. Basically, yeah, you'd have to understand the quick thought and then you'd have to understand the emotions behind it after it's done.
Right. It's like one of those things you can't understand how I felt or like what was going through my head or all these other things. But at the same time, just somebody to always be there to listen, somebody that, can relate in a way sometimes helps. But nobody's gonna fully understand the emotion and the memory behind it.
Yep.
That's just how I feel about a lot of people. They're like, oh, if you ever need to talk or reach out, I'm here. When I do, it's just like they don't understand quite what I'm trying to talk about. But then you get somebody that's been through it, went through it in not in the same exact situation, but kind of in like a relation to it that can understand what you're trying to say and how you're feeling about it.
No, that's But even if I talk to you or I talk to Joe Small from Idaho or I talk to my shrink or whatever, they're none of you are going to truly understand it because you've never been through it. The only other
Right.
people that have been through it are other ones, and you can't really talk to them because if they're doing good, why would you want to bring up shit that they've been through and bring their trauma back or their thoughts?
Right. Like my
But
uncle, he used to sit there and he wouldn't tell anybody else about the things that he went through during the Vietnam War. But I watched documentaries and stuff like that to the point I was basically completing his sentences, and he's like, at least you understand. And it's like, I can't understand the emotion behind it, but I can understand, what you're trying to say.
well,
It's just like a lot of other people.
I could say things, but I'm not. I'm not going to say it on live.
Right.
As you say it on a live, then fucking people are recording it, streaming it, and everything else, and twist it.
hmm I had a friend that she went through emotional and physical abuse from her parents. I can't relate to that. I never had emotional and physical abuse from my parents. But I can understand her point of view because I've had it from significant others. And don't get me wrong, it's not the same, but at the same time, the emotions relate in a way.
But oh, I went to an interview today and I got the job. I start Friday.
Good. What kind of interview?
It was for a plastic place.
That doesn't sound like fun. I wouldn't want to be doing that.
That's why I don't. That's why I'm at the rank that I'm at. I don't have to do it. I just got to make sure other people are doing it.
Right.
I've worked very hard to get to a supervisor position and be able to maintain it.
And you're doing an amazing job, Stan. Don't let anybody else tell you different. Especially not these idiots on TikTok. Nobody else's opinion matters besides your own.
Well, that's another thing. I got all drawn up in caring what people thought of me and everything else and that. And I'm not nobody special. I'm not no god or anything else. I'm just me. And I have
And
problems
just keep
like
being
everybody
you.
else does.
Just keep being who you are. Don't let anybody else change that.
Yeah, as long as I stay on my meds. I thought that I
And
could
you just
go.
gotta keep doing what's best for you.
I just thought I could go without him and that'd be fine. I mean, I was divorced, didn't have no, didn't, or I was divorced, didn't have no more stresses about marriage, didn't have no more stresses about having people that depended on me or relied on me or anything else and that shit. And so I thought I could go without him and be okay.
right? And there's a lot of people that feel like that. At the same time, that med was just like an extra boost. Because it's not the med that helps you, it's yourself.
Everybody, and my counselor told me this before, and I overlooked it. He said everybody in the world, they all have some kind of chemical imbalance in thoughts and actions and all this. He said it's just some are not as severe as others, if that makes
Right?
sense.
And nobody's perfect. We're all special in our own ways. Some of us have trauma, some of us have mental issues, some of us, have physical issues. But the people that, we all get through it in our own way. And right, some people do have to have meds.
But I will tell you that 2 days, well, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 3 days of being on my meds, and that I have been smoking less. I have been eating less. I was thinking about getting me something to eat here pretty soon.
Well, you definitely should. You ever need somebody to talk to? I don't care if it's 2 o'clock in the morning. You can always call me.
You're right, Mo. But I appreciate that.
Of course. I'm not going to be like all these.
But anyways, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna get something to eat, watch TV. Everybody have a good night.